don't know why, but I am so hot today. I'm just like burning up. All right, why did you do that? Oh, here it goes. All right, so we're gonna do a cute little dog Valentine's one tonight. It's super cute, so I'm excited. And this one came with 1 2.5 inch and 3 1.5 inch. So I thought it would be fun to do our ribbons different. Okay, so this is from Festive Creations by Stephanie. All right, so let me show you. Let me see if I can roll this back up and then I can show you what we're doing. Okay, there we go. All right, this is the sign. Oh, and I don't even have my other thing going yet. So, all right. It's allergies. Whenever I have to go outside the house, I always get allergies. Do y'all have that problem? I have that problem. All right. So I come back all, This is the sign. Isn't that cute? Look how cute that is. And then these are the ribbons. So there are 3 1.5 inch. Look at these 3. Aren't they cute? See that? And then this is the 2.5 inch. So this was what I have planned to do. There is black and white striped jute mesh. And we're going to do, I think we're going to do double ruffle today. So I cut all of the mesh at 20 inches. So it'll be nice and full. Oh, wrong way. No. Why is it not working? All right, thing. I just replaced your battery, so why aren't you working? Hold on. Let me give it a little attitude adjustment here. See if it's working now. It is not working. All right. Let's see if we can just... Hold on. We're going to have to manually pull this down. All right. Well, I think we can. Can we manually pull it down? Yes. All right. Can we see? Sorta. I think that looks good. And then we're going to have to move it that way. Guess I might have to get out my other little camera thing. Alright. So I put all 3 of the 1.5 inch together. 13 inches, and we're going to put those on the bottom. And then I alternated on the top with the 2.5 inch and 2 of the 1.5 inch. So the one with the hearts on it, and then the one with the red with the black and white stripes on the edge. Oh, are you having a time with the bow? What's going wrong? I think I'm gonna have to do this in phases. That's a lot of ribbon to be cutting all at once. Okay. All right. Sorry I didn't get this done before. I probably should have tested out my camera first. But no need to worry. I have a backup. It's just down in the garage. I'll have to go get it tomorrow, because this one apparently has died. I know, right? Isn't it cute? It came from Festive Creations by Stephanie. This is a wreath kit that she has available. It's super cute. I was excited when I saw it. I love anything that's like pet related, right? Don't y'all like pet stuff? Do y'all like pet stuff? I love pet stuff. Oh, thank you. Okay. All right, so I cut all the mesh at 20 inches. Oh, getting it to go the way you want. Are you using a zip tie? And all of the ribbons are cut at 13 inches. There's 3 in each tie for the bottom and 2 for the top. Okay, now we're ready. Now we got it. Now we're cooking with bacon. Okay, so we'll open these up. Oh, I bet you've done a ton of stockings. People love to embroider that stuff. And clothes and blankets and baby stuff. Okay. So we're basically going to take 2 at a time and put them in each tie. Right, so this comes with 2 rolls of mesh, and they're the same. So usually when they're the same, I tend to like to just make it nice and full. So all we're going to do is take and tuck one little edge under, just so it won't show any frays. We're going to go straight up. When we get to the end, we just kind of tuck again, push it back. Then we're going to take the next one, line it up, do the same thing. So tuck it under, hide those frays, go down, tuck it under. All right, so you can either put it like this, back to back, or you can put one on top of the other. So let's look at back to back, okay, just so you can see. Okay, so this is back to back, right? So you're going to have a lot more spread width. Now let's look at one on top of the other, and then we'll decide which way we're going to do it. You can email me. It's just Lori, Lori, at hardworkingmom.com. Okay, so for this one, since I'm going to put one on top of the other, I'll go ahead and kind of push it down. Okay. And then start on the next one. So who's ready for Christmas? Are y'all ready for Christmas? And then I just stack it on top like that. So this has height. So this one is more height, this one is more width. So let's look at both of them and see which one we like. I kind of like the height. Okay, so what do you think? Width or height? So you can see the difference here. What do you say? Height? For the bottom, we're going to take all three of the 1.5 inch. We're going to pinch it in the middle. Always get that little curl. It's just going to make it easier to spread out, keep it in place. Tie it down. Then I just kind of curl the tie in on itself and then spread these out. Like that. Now we'll probably have to spread them out again at the end, but that's okay. Yeah, I do too. Let's do the height one. It's not the last minute. You're right. Well, I took the boys yesterday, and got most of the rest of mine. Okay, so we're doing height, which just means I have one on top of the other. Okay. This makes it super full. Uses the same amount of mesh that you would use otherwise, just doing it a different way. Okay. So spread them out. There we go. See, isn't that cute with the 3? All right. I don't think you're on the naughty list. Okay. So we just put it down. I go ahead and place it all the way down. That way it just makes it easier for me to put a second one on top. Then I think Friday maybe we'll do the double woodland ruffle. And then next week we'll do the ruffle with the woodland ruffle in the same one. It's good to have different ways to do it because then it really helps you to not get bored, and it gives you kind of different options of how you want it to look. Oh no. Hello. Mama's well. Dad, on the other hand's got some problems, but Mom's good. We just seem to switch places sometimes. Hello. Okay. It's 20 inches. I cut 20 inches and I'm doing both. And I'm only going to spread out one against the other one. So just the bottom one. That just helps kind of keep it up. But you don't have to do that with the second one. Just the bottom one. And just know you're going to have to redo these ribbons after you get done with it, because it's going to get squashed in the process. Part of it. Yeah, I wouldn't blame you. I wouldn't want to be in pain over Christmas either. That's a no-no. I know Cece has her surgery like on the 23rd. I think she's crazy. I don't think I would do that. Because, no thanks. That's going to make her miserable. Okie dokie. Sounds good. I'll look at it when I'm done. So Dad, you know, Dad had a hernia, and so we had to do a hernia repair. And that was 3 months ago, and he is still really struggling. He still has pain kind of in the same spot, and he's having all this pain like radiating up his like upper leg, and he's really struggling to walk. And so yeah, you can do all the tails first. So we're going to take him to a couple different doctors and see if we can figure out what's going on. So, and my dad is not a sit around kind of person. And so if he has to sit a bunch, he gets grumpy. It's not nearly as much fun, right, Mom? So we want to get that resolved. I mean, we want to get it resolved either way, but we especially want to get it resolved when he gets grumpy. So, he likes his little routine. He goes to the senior center. He has all his old buddies there. And this has kept him from going off and on for months. So, we got to get it fixed. I don't know if it's a problem with the hernia, if it's a different problem. We're just not sure. So we're going tomorrow to the doctor to see. Then hopefully we'll know what we need to do. I mean, of course, it's not because he's 91. Which, of course, is part of it. And it takes a lot longer to heal when you're that age. But I think 3 months from a hernia is probably long enough. And, of course, all of his buddies at the center are telling him all of their horror stories about having hernia repairs. So, you know, that doesn't help either. But it's okay. I don't know that she's put her tree up yet. See how nice and full that is? Look at that. Yeah, he could have scar tissue. Absolutely, that's true. Thank you, I will. The thing, I think for where the hernia is, it's probably just healing, and it's just going to take a long time. Because they did have to cut through muscle because he had a lipoma right on top of the hernia. So they had to repair both. So I think that's going to take a while to heal. But the leg is kind of what worries me more. Because it hampers his ability to move around. So, and you know, when you get to be older, it's kind of a use it or lose it kind of situation. So we don't want him to get to where he sits and then doesn't want to get back up. So we got to get that. We got to get that resolved. Yeah. All right. So any of y'all making Christmas treats? I have some Christmas treats planned I'm gonna be making. There we go. So spread these out. See how nice that looks? Isn't that pretty? This is really nice mesh too. I like, this is going to look different, right? Because we basically have 40 inches of mesh in each one of these, but we have one stacked on the other. So it's a completely different look than doing 30-inch ruffles. Even though you're using pretty much, well, you're using a little bit more mesh on this one, but it's pretty close to the same, but it's a completely different look. And the next time we'll do the double woodland ruffle, which is also a very different look. When I do that one, I tend to like to do that one wide, where you make it like this, like spread one on top of the other. This one I tend to like to do stacked on top of each other, so it's fun. Okay, there we go. And I also don't like to have a lot of leftover mesh. Are y'all like me? I don't like to have lots of leftover mesh sitting around. So if I can use all of it, I will try to use it. Yes, paint of any kind stinks. I agree. I totally agree. So Z and I talked about it. We are going to leave all of the new stuff on this channel. It's just too hard to try to split it into 2 channels. So I figure eventually the algorithm will figure it out and put people in the right place. Antibiotics can be really rough on your body. You know? There we go. Okay. Y'all doing okay over here? Okay. Thank you for following. Oh, this is the Deco Mesh Ruffle Tool. If you'll look in my bio, there's a link. But you could also go to rclsignsandmore.com or Susie's Recent Things. You can get it at either place. Yeah. It's to help with ruffles and woodland ruffles and just holding things. I like it because it keeps my hands from hurting. You know, you do this enough and your hands will hurt. The trick though is that you have to push your mesh and not pull. So, very important. Oh, I feel your pain. I broke my tooth in half eating a Jordan almond all the way down to the root. So they had to pull it and do an implant. So that was so not fun. So yeah, be really careful when you eat very hard things because it happens. It can happen. How many are on here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, just seemed like there were more. I think maybe I just didn't cut the right amount. That's what it is. Okay, we can fix that. Oh, I'm so glad. Yeah, I have fibromyalgia, so My hands will ache. It's terrible. Terrible. A twirl or a twist? I'm trying to picture in my mind. Have you seen one done like that? If you send me a picture, I can probably figure it out. But I'd have to look at a picture. No, I was going to start another channel, but I'm not. It was just kind of other stuff. Well, let me say other crafts. But I'm just going to keep it all on this channel. So we'll just have a different playlist for some of the other stuff. But I will tell you that I'm going to be showing how to make a wreath stand. So it's kind of like some other things, some more crafts, and some wood projects, and how to operate power tools and saws and such. Oh yeah, I know. You know what? I have a little. Oh, here, let me show you. You can get these from the Dollar Tree, and I like throw my stuff in here when I'm done, and then I always know where it is, because you're right, it's easy to misplace. Yeah, get yourself one of the little containers that has the little like slots in it that you can put things in. Oh, Susan, aren't you on the Monjaro? I saw my doctor this morning, and she's switching me to Monjaro. She told me this morning. So, yeah, but I figured it would be good to keep it all on one channel, because there might, I mean, if you like wreaths, you probably like others. So, oh no, that's terrible. I'm so sorry. We're going to do, I know for sure we're going to be doing some wood projects, like, you know, cute little things you can make for in your house, out of your house. Signs, we're going to learn to make signs. Diaper cakes, we're going to do diaper cakes. Hair bows. I'm trying to think of some of the other stuff I have planned. Kind of some different kind of things you can sell at craft fairs, like smaller things, because sometimes even if you're a wreath maker and you're going to a craft fair, it's really good to have other things there, like different price ranges. So, because if you can get them inside your booth, then, you know, one, you have a better chance of covering your booth fee, and two, you have a better opportunity for them to buy something else. Okay, so let's cut one more of these. Who knows, I could have knocked it in the ground. You never know with me. It's possible. There. Okay. Okay, so this is the last one on the bottom. It's still terrible though, no matter when it was. It's never fun when you lose someone. Yeah, I think it'll be fun. Oh, and I used to do this stuff. It's like, it's faux stained glass paint. And I have this idea to do on wine glasses with some of that. Now you could do it on other glasses. I'm just going to do an example with the wine glasses because I think it's super cool. But, you know, things like that. All crafty things. Okay. All right, so once we get done with the top, we'll come back and kind of mess with the bottom ribbons a little. But we're going to start on the top. So we'll open these up. Well, it's, you know, and the truth is it's not saturated. The truth is that they don't do everything they need to do to really sell them, and they get stuck on like one thing. I mean, the idea that you're going to be able to make and sell 50 wreaths a month or 100 wreaths a month or whatever, if you really think about that, that's a lot harder than it sounds. So it's really good to have other things, like other types of crafts and home decor items, right? Because there are going to be certain seasons when people aren't going to buy. Yeah, and you know what? I want to tell you, here's the trick with business. The trick with owning your own business is to be stubborn. I mean, you have to really, 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 really want it, because it's going to be hard and it's going to take a long time. And these people who tell you that it's instantaneous, they're not being honest, because it wasn't for them. They just seem to have forgotten the 7 years that it took them to get where they are. So, don't listen to that. That's usually the exception and not the rule. You have to be determined. You have to be determined. You have to be willing to put in the work. And it's a lot of work. There are no things that you can just like work 2 or 3 hours and make $1 million. It's just not realistic. You can do things. You can make it, but it takes a lot of work and a lot of knowledge. Yes. So. But I mean, if you think about it, let's say just in our community, let's say there's 100,000 wreath makers, just to kind of put a number out there, okay? How many people are in the world? How many people are in the U.S.? So is it saturated? It's not. And the thing is that each person has their own style. So there's always going to be someone who gravitates more to this style than that style. So, but you have to be willing to do other things, and you have to be willing to put the work in and open your Etsy shop and work on it a lot. And you have to be willing to do craft fairs and, you know, that kind of stuff. Be on social media. Have a social media presence. Those are all important things. So, yeah, it just frustrates me so much when I see these people telling others, oh yeah, just follow this program and you're gonna make so much money. Well, okay, yeah, for 1 or 2 people, or maybe a dozen, or maybe even 100. But it took them a long time to get to where they are. It wasn't overnight. Okay. Just keep that in mind. It's okay if you don't want to do it as a business too. Well, maybe when I come out with some other stuff, it'll encourage a few people to stick with it and just add some things. And I'll tell you what, a lot of times what you start with in your business is not what you end up with. And you have to be willing to transition as you need to. Right? We'll take Rachel, for example, right? So Rachel started out making wreaths. And then she ended up doing signs. And now she does such a great job with signs. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Yeah. Well, and if you sell your wreaths for really expensive, then you know you have a very specific market that you're going after. You know, and there's other things that influence it, like the economy, right? The area that you're in. There's a lot of things. But there are ways to still stay in business and do some of the things you love. You just have to change some stuff. You never put all your eggs in one basket, right? I'm sure y'all have all heard that saying, right? You never want to do that, because if you do and something happens, then guess what? You have a hole in your basket and everything's going to fall out the bottom. Can't do that. Can't rely on just one thing. You got to have multiple things. That's how having a business works. So, and a lot of it's common sense. There we go. See, that's cute. We can see the little paws up on top. See how full this is? See, look how full that is. So when my groomer comes around, I'll have to give it to her. I gave her one last year. I think we need to give her a new one. Yeah, so people, by the beginning of December, they have what they want. But things should pick back up in January. Things usually pick back up in January. And it's important that you know what the slow months are, right? So May, June, July, horrible, absolutely horrible. But if you have other things that you make that are still crafts and fun to make, but are a lot more reasonably priced and things like that, that get you through the summer, that works great. So we'll go over some of that. We'll do some of that, I should say. I hate to see people getting so frustrated. Me too. I like it. It's really pretty. And we'll put a pretty bow on here with the little paw prints on it. Yes, you do have to have different things to sell. Absolutely. Have any of y'all ever made a diaper cake? They're so much fun. I already got all the diapers in and everything. was going to try to work on some videos over the next couple weeks because Carson will be out of school for 2 weeks. I'm so excited. I'm going to have like time to get some stuff done I've been wanting to do and get caught up on some videos. So, well, we're doing them. And we'll do different ones. We'll do like basic ones, and then we'll do some more advanced ones, like the little ATVs. There's so many you can do. And it's really just, the most important part is just figuring out the template of what you want it to look like. And then the rest is pretty easy. Oh, awesome. I love the motorcycle ones. Yeah, I was obsessed with them for a while. When I was at the hospital, I made a bunch of them. Different people had babies, and we did little parties for them and stuff, so I did quite a few. We always did little contest things at the hospital. It was a lot of fun. Like right now, each department did like gingerbread houses. It's so cute. That's fun. I tell you what, those diaper cakes, those things are super popular. And they sell for quite a bit. So you can do them like wreaths, you can do them like cakes. There's just a lot of ways you can do them. There's even one you can make that looks like a baby laying down. It's cute. Super cute. There we go. Let's see. We need the heart one. Whoop. I missed this end. Oh, are you going? When are you going to the vet? Bella has to go tomorrow. Her ears are a mess again. I think they're finally going to let me start doing little stuff at home. I don't know why they waited so long. Poor baby. She had like a blood blister on one of her ears because she just kept shaking it from ear infections, and it dried up and it like all shrunk up, and they didn't want to do any surgery because of her age. So it just kind of stays infected, poor baby. So I'm hoping that they'll give me something to make her less miserable. I know, and they're so cute. Okay. I will still keep doing lives with wreaths though, just to let y'all know. That part's not going to change. The other stuff will probably be recorded stuff, but just because it'll be easier. because of the amount of time some of them take. But they'll be fun. And for y'all on, this is a Deco Mesh Ruffle tool. You can get it from Susie's Wreaths and Things or RCL Signs and More. It's a ruffle tool to help you make ruffles and woodland ruffles and bundles, curls and all that stuff. Look how full this is. There we go. Thank you. I'm so glad you like it. Yeah, so if y'all are watching on Facebook or TikTok, I have a YouTube channel and I have lots of pre-recorded and live stuff over there. So that's what we're going to be talking about. The new stuff we're going to make. I wonder if Susan and Dawn have set a date for their retreat yet. Do we know if they've set a date yet? You could, you're not too old yet. Okay. So we got this last one in. Just kind of fluff it out. Little. Woo, look how full that is. See, it looks like we used a lot more mesh, but we didn't. It's just the way that we stacked the mesh on here. That's what makes the difference. Okay. Let's kind of fix our ribbons here, and we'll fix the bottom. Then we're going to put our sign on and make our bow. Okay, so let's spread these out again. Looks pretty good. Some will look fine. Some will just need a little help. Some will need a lot of help. I know. You itchy baby. Yeah, we're gonna go to Mara. Sweet. There we go. Much better. There we go. That's better. That's a lot better. Okay. See how pretty? All right. Sign. I'm just going to take our 26 gauge wire. I don't know. I know they said they were going to. All right. So let's do a hole here. And a hole here. What comment? Is there a comment I didn't see? It's cute. This is a cute sign. Okay. All right. So I'm just going to use a weaving needle, so we just put it in just like we're going to thread something. We're going to push it right down through the mesh. And we're just going to twist it around the frame to hold it on. It is a pretty sign, isn't it? Then we'll make a pretty bow. I didn't see that. Where did she put that comment? Me too. I try not to spend too much time on Facebook because it's a it'll suck up all your time. Okay. Yes, it is RCL Ross Carson Lori. So let's see. Let me see if I can get the link real quick. Hold on 1 second, y'all. There you go. Okay. Alrighty. Look how big that is. See that? Look how fluffy. Seeing that fluffy? I love fluffy. Okay. I didn't see that. Did not see her. She hadn't said a word to me. Okay, so we're going to do a yard. Oh, that might have been, if it was on Michelle's post, I was responding to Michelle. I didn't see that with Dawn. Okay. So I'm going to do 6 inches. Okay. 6. Oh no, I'll have to talk to her later. Okay. So we're going to do 3 loops at 6 inches. Okay, like that. Then we'll pull up here and we'll do about 10 inches long. Okay. Ha! Yeah. I tell you, belly space is covered in wreaths, so you don't have to worry. There are so many wreaths in this house, y'all. Okie dokie. Let's do... I think this one's fun. Let's do... So I'm not going to do a long one of this, just a short tail. I'm going to do 2 loops. They're playing and having fun. I mean, hey, when you're a teenager, how can you not like Christmas vacation, right? You don't have to do school. You can hang out and play all day on your computer. Win-win. Okay. And we're going to do one loop of this. I'm actually going to put the tail on this side over here so that I can have a little tail over on this side. And we'll do 2 loops of this. This one's pretty. It's exactly the same on both sides. I'm so glad I love it too. Okay. Okay. There we go. This one, I'm going to run down with this one. But what I want you to notice is the way that this is going. So I'm going to start it with the tail going up instead of down. Okay. We're just going to do 1 loop of this. So if you didn't notice, I did 3, 2, 2, and then 1. So if I do it this way, then when I pull my tail down here, the hearts are going the correct way. So since it was upside down, I started with the tail at the top, and then when I get to the bottom, I can pull the tail down and it will be going the right direction. Okay. There we go. So these hearts, we have one side going the wrong way. So we're just going to pick it up, flip it over, just like that. And then we should be good to go. All the loops are 6 inches, yes. All right, so then we'll just pull that out. We're going to make sure it stays in place. We can push it down to make sure the zip tie stays where it's supposed to. It just makes it easier. Okay, and then we'll grab a little pipe cleaner. Put that under the zip tie. And then tighten that zip tie. There. What time do you go to get your hair done? Thank you so much for the hearts. Okay. I'm just spreading the the loops out. The tails are up here. And then, of course, I have some down there. So once I get the loops spread out, then I will fluff them, right? So I'm going to twist them back and forth just so I can get as much fluff out of that as I can. Just keeps it from staying stuck down in that zip tie. Oh, if you are struggling with your loops going the correct way, stop and pull them apart physically and get them to go where you want them to go. So if you're struggling with that, it really works better if you just set your bow down and pull the loops apart and then fluff it. Also, 7 a.m. Woo, that's earlier than me. Make sure you go up one side and then do the other side. It's really easy to get lost if you're not used to doing bows. So it's just so much better if you just do one side and then the other. And you won't get lost. Yeah. There. Oh, YouTube, you make me crazy. You taking my trash down? Thank you, baby. All right. So here is our bow. Oh, yeah. I do make the comb, but, well, Susie makes the comb for me. If you look up SWAT, Susie's recent things, she has it. You know what? I think I want to put this higher because I want to do a swoop with my ribbon. Hey, Lynn. Me too. I'm a late night person too. Okay, so I want these to kind of curl back like this. They can even kind of mimic loops because they're curling back like that. And then what will we do with these two is we'll pull them out like this, pinch it. We're going to open this tie up. Put it in there, tie it back. Then you can either curl these or you can do another swoop and tie it down here. So either way you want, like that. See, isn't that fun with the little ribbon coming down? All right, let me see if I can get, my camera back up now that the little thing doesn't want to work. Okay. Yeah, I know it. It drives me nuts too. Unfortunately, I don't have any control over that. Okay, thank you. There we go. See how the ribbons kind of swoop down? See how full? Y'all see? Isn't that pretty? See how it does that little swoop? That's pretty. Thank you. Alright, so I have group tomorrow, so I won't be on tomorrow, but I will be on Friday. I don't know what days I'm doing next week yet. Probably Tuesday and Friday. Because my normal day is actually Christmas. I don't think I'll be live that day. And I think y'all will be busy anyway, so yeah. Awesome. Alright, y'all. I hope y'all have an awesome night. And I will see you guys the day after tomorrow. Oh, on Friday. On Friday, we're going to see Sonic 3. So shouldn't that be fun? Oh, my boys are so excited. I am on the tube. It's just Hardworking Mom. Alright, y'all. Y'all have an awesome night. And I will see you guys on Friday. Alright. Bye, y'all. Thanks for hanging out. Bye, y'all.